Okay guys, today I'm going to show you how to install a plug-and-play remote start on a 2014 Chrysler Town & Country. And we're going to be using the factory remote to start it and shut it off. It's so much better than the factory one. If you take this to the dealer to get it installed, you're probably going to pay at least $600. And I'm telling you, everything, like the radio, the heater controls, the console, the passenger side airbag, glove box, the whole top of the dash, all this, gear shift, everything has to come off to install a factory remote start in this vehicle. So I'm going to show you how to do a very quick, easy plug-and-play remote start that works better than the factory one, and you're still able to use the factory remote. You don't have to carry an extra one. So the first thing you want to do is come over here to the computer, and I've already been in here, so let me X out and start over. Okay, we're going to go to flashlogic.com, and we're going to select make. We've got a Chrysler. We've got a 2014 Town & Country. Select the trim. This is a tip start automatic, but you also use the same one for a push to start automatic. But we will select tip start. It tells us we ignore this FLRSBA because you have to get an extra harness and all that. This comes with everything, this FLRSCH4. Tells you just need one key for programming and all that. We're going to select this firmware right here at the bottom of it. We're going to download the guide. And then these are revisions. You just want to go to the latest one, and they all look like they're dated March 20 of 2020. So we're going to hit that. And a Chrysler Town & Country automatic. See, it doesn't specify push to start or key. So 2008 through 2016, install type 1. So this will cover 9 years. Go down here to install type 1. And it tells us our wiring chart. Town & Country, say 08 to 10, your parking light is white-brown at the switch. 11 to 16, parking light is white-green, and it's mux at switch. And then here's our installation. So we've just got one T here to go behind what they call the WIM module, which is the ignition switch. And then we're going to take the white-brown wire and we're going to put a T-tap on that, what did it say, white-green parking light wire, the mux wire at the light switch. And that's all there is to this, and program it. So let's go over here. Okay, so this is what you get. You get this box here, FLRSCH4. And it's got this harness right here, and this is the T that we're going to plug into what they call the WIM module. Like I said, it's basically the ignition switch. We're going to unplug the ignition switch, plug this into it, and the one we take out of the ignition switch, we're going to plug into this one. And then we're going to fold down these two wires right here and just tape them off because we don't need them, because all we need is this white-brown for the parking lights. And then these will plug into this module that comes with it. And you don't need anything in this bag right here. They want you to install a hood pin switch and stuff like that, and the door pin where it shuts off when you open the door, but it's going to time out anyway if it shuts off. So we will use this sticker to put under the hood. But let's go over here and I'll show you what you got to take apart to get to it. It's really simple. And the furnace is going to be running in the background. I hope it's not too much noise for you guys, but get a hold of this rubber, just pull back on it. Get a hold of this piece of plastic, pull out on it, just pulls right off. We're going to remove this little push pin right here. We got one here, and we got one here. And then the OBD2 connector, actually we can do that now. It just got clips on each side. Push it, and it will unclip, and it's out of there. You just get underneath this top portion of this push pin. Pull these little clips out. And that one hit the floor, but I'll find it. You've got another one right here. It would be great if I had somebody holding the camera, but I don't have anybody today. Get this one. Then we're just going to get a hold of this, pull it back. And then this little rubber or vinyl boot, whatever it is, just unclips off of this. So that just leaves us with the hood latch. We're going to push down right here on the center and pull that back. Oops. And then this is out of our way. We're going to get a hold of this wood grain back here. We're going to pull that off. You got 2 Phillips screws here and 1 here. This here is just to get to the parking light wire. You could reach up behind it and unplug it, but I want you guys to be able to see what I'm doing. And then this should just pull off. Yeah. So this gets us to our parking light wire, which they said is this white green mux wire here. So I'm going to stick that back up here for the time being. And we'll go over here and flash our module. Okay, so we're going to get out of this because we have to go back to Flashlogic Home, and we have to do it through Internet Explorer. That's the only way that this is going to flash. You can't use Google Chrome or anything like that. So it should be in my favorites here. Flashlogic Home. We've got this flasher that you can get offline. You can go to their website and do this yourself too. We're going to plug the USB into the computer. We're going to plug the other end into the module. And I'm going to go up here. And we're going to select flash your module. Let's see. I've got this. The web link. You may have to download the web link thing right here. I think they have a website you can do that though. You don't have to be a regular shop like me. The little LED on here flash lets us know that it's detecting it, so it knows what we've got. Let me move this over. And we're going to configure a new module. We're going to select Chrysler. 2014. Town and country. Only one. And now it's going to ask us tip start or push start. I don't think it matters, but we're going to do the tip start because that's what they call the key. We're going to select the factory remote. You can get extended range antennas and carry an extra remote, but this customer doesn't need it. It's just working from their house. This is the recommended firmware that we're going to select. And the only thing we're going to go in here and change is the default is 15 minutes, and I like to set them all to 25 minutes. So we don't need to go in here and change anything else. So we're not going to go to the menus. We're going to save and go to Flash Summary. And then it just confirms what we've got here. We're going to press the lock button 3 times to start it. You can change that too to lock, unlock, lock, and things like that, but I just leave it the way it is. So everything looks correct. We're going to go down here and go ahead and flash our module. And it's going to go across there, and you can see the LED flashing. And it says up here, flash complete. And the furnace is kicking back on. So we can unplug this, get it out of our way because we shouldn't need it again. Normally there's a thing on here you can go straight to the guide, but we've already got it open down here. I thought we did. It's not there, so let's go back into it. Chrysler, I guess I X'd that off. 2014. Town and Country. Tip start automatic. We're using the CH4. Download guide. The latest revision. Like I said, it shows us here to use Town and Country Automatic 2008 through 16 is install type 1. And again, the Town and Country, we've got a 14, so we're going to go the 11 to the 16. The parking light wire is white, green, and it's mux at the switch, meaning it's not positive, negative, it's mux, whatever that is. So, this tells us how to install it. So I'm going to try to get this camera set up, and I'm even going to take a picture of the back of that module so you can see where it's at. It's kind of hard to get to. You got to have small hands. My hands ain't that small, but I mean, you can get your kid to do it, or a grandkid, whatever it takes, because you're seeing how simple this is. So let me see if I can get this set up to where you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to go ahead and get the connector on this parking light wire. So when we get over there, all we got to do is put the T-tap on the parking light wire. I'm going to fold this over so it makes it a little bit better, gets a better bite. Okay, that should do it. All right, I'm going to go ahead and hook up the parking light wire first. So we're going to go to this green, or white with a green stripe right here. And we're going to put our T-tap on it. And we're going to plug this in. Then we can just feed all this down through here. And snap this back up in there. All this is just going to go, I want to make sure you guys are seeing it. All we've got left is our T that goes to the ignition. We're going to feed it over here to it. Now I'm going to try to take a picture of it so you can see what I'm getting at. Okay, so here's your ignition. So it's right below that. I'm going to get on the floor and I'm going to lay up under there and unplug it and get that T plugged in. It does help to have small hands, but just reach up behind here, and the clip is on the top of the plug. So push down on it and pull out with your other finger. And see, we got it unplugged just like that. So now we've got our T over here. We're going to plug this one into here. If I can see. Okay, that clipped. Now we're going to take the other end that we took out and we're going to plug it into the ignition module, or what Chrysler calls the WIM module. There's a metal bracket there that's kind of in the way. You got to bend the wires just a little bit to get it to go. Around that bracket. There, felt like it clipped in. Feels pretty tight. Just make sure that none of this is around any moving parts like the steering column or anything. And it's not, but we will wire tie it up. Okay, so let's go back over to the computer. Okay guys, so that's really all there is to installing that. You got one T and one T-tap for the parking light. So then we're going to go down here. Programming, module programming procedure, standard key, 1 of 1, meaning that's 1 page. And it tells us to close the driver's door, reopen the door to wake up the database, insert the key in the ignition, turn key to the on position, wait, LED turns solid red. Within 5 seconds, LED will flash green rapidly. Turn key off, remove key, press unlock on the OEM remote. If vehicle is not equipped with OEM remote, press the module programming button, which is this here, but we do have the remote. And then the light turns solid for green seconds and goes off, and then it's programmed. That's for the standard key. If you go down here to the push button start, it's basically the same thing. You're going to turn it on, you can't hit the brake pedal, it's going to turn red, it'll be rapidly. Again, don't press the brake pedal, turn it off, hit unlock, you're going to get green. So the programming is the same for push button start or key. But we got key, so we're going to follow this. So let me get set up over there, and hopefully you guys can see what it does. All right, we're going to shut the door and reopen the door to wake up the database. And then I'm hoping that you guys can see that the LED does on the module. Got the module plugged in. Put the key in. We're going to turn it on. Red, flashing green. We're going to turn it off. We're going to hit the unlock. It came on for 2 seconds and went off. So it should be programmed. So let's go over here. Then all the doors have to be closed for this to work. Okay, we're going to lock it. Okay, so now if we hit the lock button 3 times, it should start. 1, 2, 3. Look at that. Parking lights are flashing like they're supposed to. It's going to run for 25 minutes, and it'll shut itself off like nothing ever happened. But if you decide you're not going to go anywhere, we're just going to hit the lock button 3 times again. And it shuts off. And the phone's ringing. I better take it. So let's pause it and then we'll get this button back up. That call was just Medicare again. I don't know why I'm not that old yet. So I'll set this out here. And I'll get some wire ties. And I'll just find a good place to tie this thing up. Like I said, where it's not in the way of any moving parts. We got a pretty good wiring harness back here we can tie it to. And we've got a wiring harness up here. We'll go ahead and tie this one too. Let's go into the other side to the ignition switch. There, nothing's touching anything. So, let's put our Phillips screws back in this piece. Remember we had 3 of them. Pop our wood crane cover back in. Just slide the hood release back in till it clips. Same thing with the OBD2 connector. Then we got to attach this vinyl piece here again. It just snaps on. Got our plastic clips here. This one in the bottom. I gotta find that one that I dropped. Actually, I thought that one was there. I don't know. It may be under the van, but I'll find it. And then this is ready to snap back on. That's all there is to that, guys. Like a half hour or less, you can have remote start. And it's not expensive. And I do it for half the cost of the dealer, and I still make good money at it. So where the hell is that piece that pops in there? I'll find it. So you've seen it. Let's get the light out of here. Let's try it one more time. Lock 3 times. Doing just what it's supposed to. But we're not going anywhere yet, so we're going to hit 3 times again. There, that's all there is to it. This customer now has remote start. We will put this sticker under the hood so any mechanic that works on it knows that there's a remote start on it. So that's all there is to it. Get that remote start. 08 through, what did that say? Town and Country, 2008 through 2016. Push to start and regular tip start key. They're all the same. So I hope this helped you guys. There's a lot of these vans out there. Don't let the dealer do it. You see how simple it is, and this one will still work if the check engine light's on. These blow the dealer ones out of the water for half the cost. So I hope you liked this video. Please remember to hit that thumbs up and comment and subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much for watching. I should show you guys that what you do when it's running. So you walk out, it's running, it's all warmed up for you. Hit the unlock button, get in. If you hit the brake before you put the key in and turn it on, it will kill it. So put the key in the ignition, turn it to the run position, then hit the brake and take off. You're good to go. And then the brake cancels it out, so when you shut the key off, it turns the vehicle off. So that's what they call takeover. You just get in, put the key in, turn it to run, but if you hit the brake first, it will kill it. Okay, I thought you should know that. Thanks for watching.